I really love cats. I'm kind of obsessed with cats, to be honest. It's just really nice to spend so much time with cats, as my cat is a solo cat and hates cats, so I can't have more than just her. So I kind of come and get my cat, my extra cat fix.
So I've always really loved cats, and then we had a family friend who knew about the organization and they suggested I volunteer here, and I visited and it just seemed like a really fantastic place, so that's what inspired me to volunteer here.
So I was actually talking with a good friend of mine about how when I retired I wanted to have, you know, be a big fosterer and pretty much just turn into a cat wizard, and she just said to me, why wait, do it now. So then I was looking around for local shelters where I could get involved, and I found Feline Rescue, and the rest is history. Volunteering here has had such a positive impact on my life. I say a lot, it's kind of, you know, it's my happy place, but it's also my meditative place. Being able to come here and just scoop some poop and pet some cats, it's so relaxing. I absolutely love it. And I never thought that I would say I love scooping cat poop, but it's on video.
I'm an aerospace engineer. I work on a production floor, and all week it's just like a line of people who need things from me. And somehow it's easier when it's a cat needing things from you.
I have a rather stressful job, and it's just nice to come in after work and just work quietly with a frightened cat or shy cat. My very first cat was an abandoned calico cat who happened to be pregnant. Fortunately, she wanted me present when she had her kittens, because she announced it. She came down to the living room and started wailing, and then turned back up the stairs and looked at me like, are you coming? And I watched the first kitten being born, and I watched how she dealt with these new kittens by washing their faces, washing their noses, letting them breathe, stimulating their circulation. And I thought that might be the key to working with some of the frightened kittens, is to kind of be the substitute mom. Learned that if I would stroke a frightened cat on the forehead, right behind the nose, just like the mother would do to the kittens, they would almost invariably close their eyes and put their heads down. But I call that trying to reach the inner kitten. Another cat there now too, that was named Steak, who was a tuxedo cat that came in and was pretty much staring at everybody and was immobile, and we weren't really sure if he was feral or had been a traumatized stray domestic cat that had a home at one time. But I was determined to turn this guy into at least a somewhat contented cat, and that's the story where I had some help. I have noticed over the years a phenomenon that I call the buddy cat. And the buddy cats are usually young neutered males who are neutered before they have a chance to have all their instincts fully developed. And they're not aggressive at all, but they're not afraid of other cats. They tend to form good friendships, good bonds with other cats, and if any other cats growl at them, they just kind of walk off. And brought one of these cats to this poor frightened tuxedo cat that we placed in a room so I could work with them. And immediately the frightened cat let out kind of a weak meow, and this buddy cat named Starlight started grooming him on the top of the head and gave him a couple of headbutts, and then from then this frightened cat got better and better and better, and finally got to the point now where he's out roaming and anybody can approach him. But I had to have a little help with him.
Some cats are very timid and some cats are very aggressive, and for me what's most rewarding is just watching that change over the time that they're here with us at Feline Rescue.
Some cats are a bit older, some cats are a little more aloof, some can be a little aggressive.
There's a cat named Jemima Puddle Duck, and she was having a hard time adjusting, and I always had to clean her kennel, and she was so unhappy with me most of the time. But then when they worked with her and she became the office cat and they got her calmed down, I remember the first time she let me pet her. It was wonderful. I filmed it on my phone and sent it to everyone, and it's very good work. It's fulfilling and it makes me feel happy.
The real reward is all of us kind of working with the cat, especially the socializers, to make the cat feel more at ease, and just to feel like there's a person that this cat will fit in with, and vice versa, and they will fit in with each other, and just to see that happen.
It's extremely rewarding, especially when it's a cat and a person that come in and just like really strongly connect with each other, and it's like I don't know, just seeing all of that makes it kind of feel like, oh, the cat was just here like waiting for that one special person to finally come in and find them.
One thing we do really well here is matching the right person to the right cats.
He was definitely like fit his name here, Bolt, of bolting out the back door. He was here for about 6 or so months. My first encounter was kind of funny. He's like one of the most frightening cats maybe I've ever encountered for the first time here. He was just like hissy, growly, but he seemed to settle down a lot more once he got used to the place. He's not exactly like the star cat in any sort of like situation with other cats around. So I think he just got passed over a lot of times, and he's a lot more sweet and affectionate when it's just him on his own, when it's quieter. I decided to adopt him when I was in the back room one day. I just kind of was visiting with another cat and I sat down on the floor and he just jumped right in my lap and curled up, and I decided to take him home.
Dilly Bar caught my attention right away. He was in our one of our smaller rooms at Feline Rescue, and he was splayed out, just kind of relaxing. And from his position, I saw that he had 3 legs. And as soon as I went in there, he immediately started purring. There have been a lot of potential adopters who fell in love with him and then backed out once they heard about his feline leukemia. You know, and that broke my heart, so I talked to my dad, who's a veterinarian, and learned a lot about feline leukemia. And I was just, you know, determined to make sure that no matter how long he has here, yeah, like I just know I'm going to give him, and am giving him, the best home I can. So I've got another cat named Moses. I did a lot of research about introducing cats, so watched a lot of Jackson Galaxy videos, read a bunch of articles, and took it really slow, you know, over the course of a week before I even, you know, let them kind of see each other through a crack in the door. They've really become best friends ever since. I mean, so much wrestling, so much grooming, it's so entertaining, and seeing how happy Moses is chasing Dilly around and vice versa, you know, I just can't imagine how bored he's been the 7 years that I've had him.
It's a really great experience every week to come in and get to see the cats and their progress and everything, especially working in the medical area, to see the cats get better and then come out onto the floor and find their people. It's really fun to watch them go home.
It's my favorite part of my week. I get to be with all these really nice cats. They're very sweet in their own ways. I mean, even the ones that aren't as friendly are just, you get to see them grow and learn to trust people. It's
a good feeling just to see them finally get homes. And I know that the right person's going to come along for any cat, so I never give up hope that even a cat that's been here long term is going to find their owner eventually. A cat that comes in there and they look like they may be giving up on, or they might be having a pretty poor chance of finding a home, the fact that they come around and like I said, the right person comes along and that's my cat, that's a great feeling.
When Jemima went home, I had to hide in here and cry. I was so happy. She has people who she will love and she'll trust, and I couldn't give her a home, but they found a home for her. And she went from this angry bundle of teeth and claws to this sweet girl who has windowsills to sit in now. It felt so good.